sorry, soccer. Football is for me more easy.
I know, no, say football,
Yeah,
because
okay.
we're in
Football, okay,
Amsterdam.
Americans, football, yes. You have to accept it. We are in Amsterdam, so we decide what happens here.
Yeah, that's true. Scene, podcast 1. Hello, what's up, players? This is Tara Michael, and I'm recording today with Wouter Winters, Dutch guy, football player, tennis coach, and studied sport here in the Netherlands. And Val, tell us a little bit about yourself, like your sports journey and what makes you interested in international sports.
Yes, thank you for having me here. I'm Wouter Winters, 33 years old, because I was 3 days ago, it was my birthday. So we're vicious, right? But yeah, I've since I was 4 years old, I play football. My dad, soccer, sorry.
Soccer.
Yeah, sorry. My dad was also playing football, so when I was a little child, I was always on the football field and playing. And when my mom say you have to go home, I say no, I want to stay on the court. So football is my soccer is my first passion, and I really love that game. And when I was like 8 or maybe 7, I also play in the summer, play tennis. And yeah, I kind of talented for it. So later on, I become a tennis trainer, and with football, I play in the first team of sorry, soccer. Football is for me more easy.
I know, no, say football.
Yeah, okay.
Because we're in
Football, okay,
Amsterdam.
Americans, football, yes. You have to accept it. We are in Amsterdam, so we decide what happens here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, this is a football. I play by Argon. It's in Meidrecht. It's not professional, but it's kind of semi-professional. And 2 times a week I'm training. On the Saturday I play. And I also train a football team with young men from 8 years old. So yeah, a lot of football, a lot of tennis.
Did you study sport when you were in university, or how does it work here in the Netherlands when you go to university? Do you play for your university or do you play for a club? How does that work?
No, yeah, that's not the same like in America. You have, of course, high school and university. In America, we have university, high school, and a more practical education path. I was on that path, and it was the yeah, you call it MBO in the Dutch. It's like sport and movement. So I'm trained. I'm educated to be a sport trainer in a particular way. And I also have my diploma, my proof of concept proof for being a tennis trainer, being a football trainer, and being a fitness trainer while I was studying. But it's not that we were a team with our school. We just play by our own club in our village or in our city. And during the week, we come to school to learn all the things about a lot.
When you were in university, you studied sport. So that's probably in America, there's something called kinesiology or sport science, where you're learning about the different movements of the body, or even sport management. Did you do the business side of it, or are you really focused on the training and coaching side?
Honestly, I be educated for the training and coaching side, but when you look to my life now, I do the business side. So when you look to my intrinsic motivation, I like the business part of the games too. I really like to think from that perspective, but that's my own intrinsic motivation. When I go to the school, I can say that I become a sport trainer, and that can also be on a school, for example. So I'm also educated to be to sport trainer on a school, but yeah, I don't like it.
So we talk a lot about the differences, how you can see the differences in culture through sport. How would you describe Dutch culture generally?
Good question. Because we're in the Netherlands, and we're kind of an open country, so there are a lot of different cultures comes together. For example, in Amsterdam. So what specific Dutch culture is difficult to say, but I can say that when I look to my village, We work hard in the week, and then in the weekend we come together with the community and we connect through sports. So on Friday, a lot of people play tennis or play padel or and drink after a little beer. That's also kind of culture. And then on Saturday, that's for me, it's football. But you also have a lot of people who play hockey and
It's
basketball.
field hockey.
Yeah, field hockey, yes. So and of course all the sports are here in the Netherlands, but that's what we see the most. And then after the Saturday, yeah, there's always kind of party because we work hard the whole week, so we have to relax on that moment. And Sunday is a rest day, and for some people, Sunday is the sport day because tennis, for example, I was always playing football on Saturday and played tennis on Sunday. But now I'm too old for it.
So when you are playing in a football game, so when you're playing actually in a game, how does it feel to play with your team? Like, how does your team play together? Do you have sort of a leading scorer who scores a lot of the goals, or a couple players, or does it everybody want to play together as a team, or what is your philosophy for football?
Yeah, it is a team sport, so you can do it alone. Then you have to play tennis, for example. Then that is what you can do alone or in doubles. But yeah, football is a team sport. So when you are a trainer, you have to create a tactic where every people get in his own power. So a striker is a different job than a defender. For example, I'm a defender. I'm a right wing, so I'm kind of quick. So I run a lot to attack, but I'm not a score person. I'm giving the balls to our striker, you know, and I know that from myself. So I'm not gonna try to score every ball. I try to facilitate my striker to score. So and that's part of the team. And my striker is conscious about that he needs me to get that balls. So and then you get connection. So I believe it's a real team sport. Football, hockey, but lacrosse also. So you can't win alone. And
right, of course. But I think culturally, for me, for example, being American living in the Netherlands, even as an individual player, you know, we were just playing basketball and you see it, like I go 100%. So I don't go 60%. It's not like, oh, it's just this panuka. You know, I really am going to go 100%. And then even what you said was like, oh, you're so fanatic that I go with that level of intensity.
but it was a compliment, right?
Oh.
Yeah, it was not like a judgment, like, oh, you're so fanatic. No, it was, I like it that you're so fanatic because I believe in that too.
Yeah.
When you do something, you have to go for it. 100%.
Yeah, but I don't find, even when I was coaching the Dutch national team, it was very much like
with lacrosse.
Yeah, with lacrosse, but also, of course, everybody has to work together as a team, but sometimes you need one player or certain players. And this is very much like from Anglo-Saxon culture, that you have sort of a leading scorer, somebody that's going to really go for it.
Yeah,
you know, sometimes you even need a striker, an attacker, a midfielder to, I don't want to say take it on their shoulders, but to really go for it because and to stand out. Like there's also a phrase in Dutch, right? The hoogstboom vangt de wind. The tallest tree catches the most wind, which is very different than American culture because we want to stand out. I think we want to be different. So culturally living here, I find it very different. And then I see it on the sports field as well. Like I remember what Van Gaal, remember when he went to, where did he was coaching in England?
Manchester United.
Manu. So he went there after he won a championship here, I think, or maybe with the Dutch national team.
No, he was in the final of the World Championship.
And then he went to Manchester United and he brought to them more of the Dutch style of play. So I think it was more the triangle and a lot of passing and all the players playing together, like what you are.
Total human concept.
Right.
Believes in
they even won. I think that Manu won that season.
Only
that when he was there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he didn't do that well?
It's difficult. Manchester United is a really difficult club to coach.
Why is that?
There's so much culture. It's culture, but it's also the biggest club in the world when you look to the supporters and money. Now it's an American is owner of the club. But yeah, then you talk about billion, almost $1 billion. You know, it's not
Yeah.
like 1 million. No, it's like yeah, 100 million, maybe 500 million is not so much for them. So it's another way of thinking, way of living. It's difficult to be there. And you had there Sir Alex Ferguson. He was there for like 15, maybe 20, maybe 25. I don't know it for sure years. So he was the cult hero. And then every trainer who comes there, they want to see the new Ferguson. So it's difficult to step in his shadow.
Well, I think also that they were so used to this sort of long ball from the defense up to like Wayne Rooney, right? And then and then you have this hero who he goes for it and then he scores.
Yeah.
And when Van Gaal brought in the more total concept with everybody playing together, it wasn't as exciting. So the ticket sales went down.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons too why they let him go,
Yeah.
because I think the Dutch, and I'm not saying it's better or worse because it is successful, but it's different.
You see changes now. It was always the Dutch school, but now you see there is a change there's a transition in football. For example, Manchester City, it's kind of the Dutch school because Pep Guardiola is inspired by Johan Cruyff, the Dutch hero and the world hero. Rest in peace, Johan. But I'm also a hero for me. But Pep Guardiola was inspired by him, and now he created his own version of the way of thinking of Johan Cruyff, and you see it's total different. Now they play like 3-4-3, and Johan Cruyff they always 4-3-3. That was holy, you know. So you see a transition in football. You see also a lot of tacticals who play like 5-3-2. So with 5 defenders, that's what Louis van Gaal brings in too. So on tactical way, you see so much changes right now. It's interesting, but the Dutch school always want to stay by their own concept because they create it. But yeah, so for example, when there comes a nice car with electric car or something like that, you also maybe have to change to that at some point and not hold the old car who is driving on gas, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Because you're too proud that you made that one.
Yeah.
And that's what you see a little bit in the Netherlands. And I'm happy to see that there are some trainers right now in the Netherlands who are in that new philosophy and they are going into that transition. So you see that Dutch football is growing. And we have Ronald Koeman now. He's also he looks what he has and he works with the talent of his people. So that's really nice.
So you were recently, just switching gears a little bit, you were recently in Lisbon in Portugal, just for yourself on your own holiday. And I remember you saying, man, I wish that I could play football when I was there.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that when I was in Lisbon, that I knew like what teams to be in contact with, or, you know, that I had an opportunity to play there and just join a team. Why would you want to join a team, even if you were going to Lisbon for a week?
Yeah, but I love the game. So I like to play football and I like to rest too. That was an important choice to go there to rest, and I lay for one day on the beach. So it's important to do that for the healthiness of your mind. But when I had the opportunity to play with the team over there, learn a little bit from the culture, make maybe some new friends, maybe I don't know, you want to play and you like the game, and that's the thing. You like the game and you want to play. When it's possible, always. You saw it today, we play basketball. It was spontaneous, but it was really nice. And we make kind of friends with the little man, you know? So that's what I want to, what for me could be really valuable when I go on holiday, that I have the opportunity to play a game over there and met new people and maybe get new connections, or maybe create a business thing with them, you know. There's a lot what you can bring and maybe you can get, but I want to bring also, of course.
So you're an athlete and you're also an entrepreneur. Tell us the last question is, tell us a little bit about your business and what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you have your own business, right?
Yeah. I have my own business. My company calls Partner in Duurzaamheid. That's partner in sustainability. I believe that we have to change on a nice way. So you see the climate problems and stuff like that. I'm not on that path. I'm on the path of change, of transition, where we talk about with the football, tactical thing. I think we have to change also a little bit in our way of doing, way of living. And because of that, I saw so much opportunities in the world. I saw so much chances why what helps the world. So I thought, okay, I have to become a company in that and try to connect both worlds to each other. And of course, people is important there, planet is important there, but the profit is also important. So that's yeah, it's a business model. It's a difficult business model what I have, but I see now like after 5 years that it's really nice, and it's helps me out, and I can live okay and good. But yeah, for example, sports connects. So I see the combination between sustainability and sport. I think there is that can work hand in hand together. And for example, when I go to Portugal and I was playing over there, and I can tell about my business, and when I can talk, okay, look at that. What do you think about that? Can it be more sustainable? And talk about it, and go think about it, and in that right mindset to go into a dialogue. I think that's really valuable for the world at this point. And after it, you play a game and you make fun, and you, of course I win, but sorry. I'm not arrogant,
But he is.
yes.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, that would definitely be a benefit. So the sport would be like an initial bridge into a culture.
Yeah.
And it would give you an opportunity to meet new people and like make business connections and stuff like that. And then from there, it's just like having a business meeting and playing golf or something. And then afterwards,
Exactly.
you can maybe build the business as well.
I think it's in a way not new. It's
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
here in the world.
Yeah.
But it's not so, it's only, if, in my opinion, sometimes only for the people who have money who can live like that, you know? But I think your concept is really nice to connect all the world together. So for everybody can be, of course, you have to have a little bit money. It's normal. But I think it's a chance that you can connect the world through sports. And it has to be it has to be low instep, it's like that. And what
A low barrier to entry.
exactly, and it's looks like that you create that. And I'm an ambassador of your concept. I believe in maybe we can create harmony through sport, in the world.
Yes, we're going to end on that. So thank you so much for joining. First podcast in our birthday week.
Yeah.
Let's see what we're going to do with it. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, you know where to find us.